First speaker for the evening is American Islamic College President Dr. Timothy Gianotti. Dr. Gianotti is a scholar of classical Islamic theology, philosophy, and spirituality with strong interests in Islamic psychology, moral theology, ethics, political thought, comparative religion and spirituality, and interfaith relations. He is a scholar of Al-Ghazali, one of the most important religious thinkers of the classical period. And beyond academia, he is also the founder and principal teacher of the Islamic Institute for Spiritual Formation in Toronto. Dr. Gianotti served as one of two religious advisors for Muhammad Ali as the champ carefully planned his final statement to the world in the form of his funeral. Dr. Gianotti is the author of Al-Ghazali's Unspeakable Doctrine of the Soul, in addition to a range of scholarly works considering contemporary issues, as well as traditional topics such as the inner psycho-spiritual processes of moral beautification, ihsan, and character formation within an Islamic framework. Please give a very warm welcome to President Dr. Gianotti.
Just up and you get up on the podium. You can climb up there if you want.
No, it's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's more visible, but...
It's, okay. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Oh. Someone's calling.
Sorry. The MC's doing a bad job.
Assalamu alaikum. This is a very special, auspicious evening for all of us, and especially for Sister Romana. Today happens to be her birthday, so we're so not only are we so grateful for all of the efforts that she has devoted to this evening and to the establishment of the Center for the Study of Islam in India at AIC, but we're also grateful for you sacrificing your birthday evening to be here with us for this really historic moment. I also just want to acknowledge Brother Rashid for all of his efforts. You know, this evening would not have happened without the combined efforts of Sister Romana and Brother Rashid. And I just want to be mindful of the time, the effort, and the vision and the love that has gone into bringing us together tonight for this very special evening. Bismillah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ala ashabihi wa rashidin at-tayyibin wa ala jami' al-anbiya wal mursaleen. And so we begin always by remembering God, praising God, even though we know that God doesn't benefit from our praise. And we celebrate the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written rahmah ala nafsihi, that Allah has written, commanded mercy upon himself, and that the messenger whom he sent to us was sent only as a mercy, only as an embodiment of that love and mercy to everyone and to everything. And this is very critical to remember when we talk about education in Islam and when we talk about the launch of this very important new center. Establishing and growing a free-thinking, faith-based institution of higher education in today's America is a battle. In fact, many of my colleagues who work closely with me have heard me say over and over again that every day is Badr. Some days feel more like Uhud, but I say that every day is Badr.
If you could bring it closer.
Okay. I'm not used to handheld. I've never been a rock star or anything, so I usually have a little thing that holds it for me. So the odds are against us, but we keep fighting and we keep striving in faith. So many fine institutions, having never recovered from the enrollment drop during COVID, are closing down. So many institutions are now suffering from government censorship and political pressure to criminalize free speech and to crack down on expressions of academic freedom on campus. So it's a discouraging time, a difficult time to be building a university and to be building what I hope and pray will be something as historic as the establishment of Aligarh Muslim University in India. But in spite of all of that, we see sometimes we encounter something that reminds us of what the battle is for. And today is one of those moments. The American Islamic College was established in the early 1980s by Professor Ismail al-Faruqi, rahimahullah, to be a special place where Muslims from all parts of the Muslim mosaic could come together in dignity and respect, a place where diversity would be seen as a precious value, and where intercultural and interreligious exchange and respectful debate could be embraced as opportunities for true transformative education and intellectual upliftment. AIC was established with the firm belief that the university is a social good, a unique kind of institution that engages every sector of society and seeks to improve those sectors with opportunities for learning, improvement, and life-changing encounters. And I know that there are some people in this room today who knew Professor al-Faruqi, rahimahullah, personally, and who stood with AIC in those early days. As many of you know, there came a time, especially after his untimely death, his murder in 1986, that the American Islamic College lost some of that visionary guidance, and there came a time when it went dormant as an intellectual institution. But thanks to the efforts of many, including Sister Romana, including many of the people that I see here sitting in front of me, the renewal of the college was kindled in 2010. In 2013, we reopened our doors to students. By 2023, we had achieved something that the college had never achieved since its opening, and that is full academic accreditation with the Higher Learning Commission. And so we are now in a new day. The American Islamic College is in a new day. And so we celebrate the establishment of a new center at AIC as part of that renewal. The renewal of a mandate to educate not just students of the wider society, but to educate everyone about the richness, the diversity, the brilliance, and the untold stories of Muslim contributions in India, here broadly, expansively, and inclusively understood to encompass the entire subcontinent. These contributions reach back to the late 630s. I just learned something. Now I'm going to have to say the late 620s, when Muslim traders first landed on Kerala's Malabar coast and established the very first Muslim communities outside of Arabia and Ethiopia. And they continue today. We're talking about incredible achievements in architecture and landscape architecture, in language and in literature, in poetry, in music, in textiles, in science, in medicine, in politics, astronomy, ethnography, intellectual exchange, and creative collaboration. These were just some of the incredible contributions that Muslims in India have made, not just to Islam in India, but to our global understanding of all of these areas, including our global understanding of Islam today. And so these are just some of the areas that we will explore, inshallah, while also fostering meaningful dialogue, academic collaboration, and exchange between Muslim scholars and students in India and their counterparts here in Chicago and across America. And so the question that I want to end with tonight is just the question of why now? Given what's happening in the world today, given what's happening in the United States of America today, given what's happening in India today, we're talking about platforming, highlighting one of human history's most creative civilizational encounters. We're talking about studying the past in order to guide the present. And so Islam in India, as we study it, as we learn from it, becomes our teacher, because we are better than what we see happening around us in the world today. And so this prayer, or this center, my prayer for this center is that this will become a spark for another great civilizational encounter in another place where Muslims may not be in the majority, but Muslims can make historic contributions in all of these areas and more. And so we are profoundly honored to host this institution, and we are profoundly honored by your presence in standing with us to do something historic that centers on the incredible, luminous, and instructive example of Islam in India. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.